Hello ladies and gentlemen, Pokemon Trainer Aidan here, and welcome to another episode of Pokémon Showdown. Now, I need to apologise to begin with for not having any videos uploaded recently. I've been a bit busy with moving back into university, but now all that's done, hopefully I can start recording and uploading slightly more regularly. Now today, we're going to be looking at a Little Cup team of all physical attackers. So, let's have a look. So start off with a Munchlax with Thick Fat ability and EV Light item. The moves Return, Zen Headbutt, Rock Slide and Curse. As you can see, EV spread between HP, Defense and Special Defense. Next up we have Scraggy with Leftovers as a held item and the ability Shed Skin. The moves Drain Punch, Knock Off, Rest and Bulk Up. EVs spread between HP, Defense and Special Defense again. The third Pokemon we have in this team is Shelder with the White Herb item and the ability Skill Link. It moves Icicle Spear, Rock Blast, Hydro Pump and Shell Smash. As you can see, EVs spread between Attack, Special Attack and Speed. Then we have an Anorith with a Weakness Policy and the ability Battle Armor. The moves Aquajet, Brick Break, Aerial Ace and Rock Slide. EVs spread between Attack, Special Defense and Speed. The fifth member of this team is Bunnelby. The item Choice Specs, the ability Huge Power, with moves Earthquake, Power Up Punch, Return and U-Turn. Quite a wide EV spread on this one. We've got some in HP, Attack, Defense, Special Defense and Speed. Finally, we have Mienfoo, the item Quick Claw, the ability Regenerator, the moves Fake Out, Drain Punch, U-Turn and Poison Jab. EVs spread between Attack, Defense and Special Defense. As you can see, these are all physical attackers apart from the one special attack with Shelder, which obviously means that if I come up against something that's very physical in defense but weak special defense, I don't really have anything to deal with that. But the idea of this team is to just try and do as much damage as possible with physical attacks, particularly the Scraggy, with using Bulk Up a couple of times when you rest, bring back any health you lost during the time whilst you were using Bulk Up, and then start just trying to destroy everything with Knock Off and Drain Punch. So that's it for the team. Let's get into some battles. So looking at my opponent's team here, I think I will probably start with Mienfoo in order to get off an early Fake Out. My opponent sends out a Budu, Grass Poison type. So here I'm probably going to go for a U-turn, and I will probably at this stage switch into Munchlax. So we saw my opponent's Budu using Spikes, and follow that up with a Rest. I'm going to go for a Curse to increase my attack and defense, and I think I'll go for a second one as well whilst my opponent switches. My opponent sends out a Solosis, so here I am probably going to go for a Return. Solosis uses Hidden Power that was super effective, so clearly Fighting type, but didn't do enough damage to really bother me. My opponent sends out a Mareep, and here again I'll probably go for a Return. Well, my opponent's used Confuse Ray, which is not so good, since I have of course got quite high attack at the minute, but also the defense offsets that. Opponent used Cotton Guard, and then I get hurt by the confusion for the second turn in a row. My opponent goes for a second Cotton Guard. Luckily Munchlax has high enough attack that still did 40% damage from return there. Now here I'm probably going to go for a Rock Slide and hope I can get a flinch. I didn't, so well, Munchlax is probably going to go down here. Or not, the Thunder Mist, and Return took out the Mareep. So my opponent sends out the Porygon. So again here I'm probably going to go for another return, and I get taken out by a Tri-Attack. Okay, so obviously with Porygon being a normal type, I'm probably going to go for Mienfoo here, and my opponent switches into a Chinchou, however you feel like pronouncing that one. Here I'm going to go for a Poison Jab and hope to get the poison. My opponent uses Scald, but doesn't get the burn luckily for me. And now I'll go for a... I'm going to go for a Drain Punch. And that time my opponent gets the burn. My Quick Claw not really doing much to help at this stage. Okay, so here I'm actually going to switch, and I think I will switch into Darby. Obviously, because this team is all physical attackers, Burn does do a rather large amount of damage. I'm going to go for a Power Punch. My opponent Sleep Talks Rest, and Sleep Talks Rest again. It's rather unlucky. Obviously I'm locked into the Power Up Punch because of the choice specs. My opponent woke up and tried to use Sleep Talk again. But now because I've used obviously Power Up Punch a couple of turns in a row, and I have quite a high attack. Times 3 on my attack stat, which is 14 as is, so it's pretty good. My opponent sends out Porygon, and I get the attacking first. Obviously super effective, so that's good. At this stage I'm probably just going to keep going for Power Up Punches even though Budu does resist it. Just because at the minute it's so powerful. Giga Drain does take Bumblebee out after 2 hits. Here I'm probably going to go back into Mienfoo and go for a Fake Out. Doesn't do much damage obviously, but got the flinch at least. Take the burn damage, and then I'm going to go for a U-turn. And I'm going to switch into... I'm probably going to go for the Anorak here. My opponent possibly has rest on all of his Pokemon here, or pretty much all of them. I think I'm going to go for Aerial Ace, which proved to not be much use. Rock Grass type, so I'm going to go for an Aqua Jet. That's annoying. And the Ancient Power got all the stat boosts as well. Oh dear. I'm going to go back for the Mienfoo here. Luckily Regenerator ability, helping out, giving me a bit of health each time I switch. But here, that Leap with all the stat boosts. Oh, it still needs to be faster. That's quite nice. I'm switching to the Shelder. And yep, taking out my Giga Drain. I think at this stage I'm probably going to lose. That Leap is massively set up now with all the stat boosts. I'm switching to Scraggy. I'm going to go for a Bulk Up. Okay, that's not good. I'm slower and I've already almost out of HP. Okay, so that is basically game over at this stage. There's no way this Mienfoo can take out this Leap and the Budu that's left as well. We go for a drain punch here. Super effective, but still only does 23% damage because of my burn and also the massive defences. So lost that one, unfortunately. So we'll go for another battle. And here I'm probably going to start with Mienfu. It's quite nice starting with Mienfu, get the fake out straight away, and then obviously it'll annoy your opponent, and it's just something quite nice to use. Now here, Numo being Fire Ground has a double weakness to water. I'm probably going to go for a Poison Jab, which I know ground resists, but I wanted to try and get the poison. And I'm using Curse. And I will U-turn, not very effectively, but I'll U-turn into... I think I'll go for Anaris here. And go for an Aqua Jet. Super effective, and lost 28% of Anuma's health. Now here, Apom obviously being pure normal. Okay, gets a fake out off, which is annoying, but we go for a Brick Break. Oh, just survived that. Froakie will probably be faster than me. I don't particularly want to lose Anaris without doing any damage, but there's no point switching because he'll just die as soon as he switching back in later. So I'm just going to go for an Aqua Jet. No, it's not very effective, but it will at least get... Oh, it was 15%. So here I'm going to switch into Mienfu again and go for Fake Out. And follow that up with a Poison Jab. And my opponent forfeited. Okay, so let's go for another battle. If at any stage you hear a large amount of background noise, my room, my accommodation is right next to a road, and there is also a warehouse across the road, so it's likely to be quite loud every now and then. So I'm sorry about that. Also, with being in student accommodation, don't particularly want to be talking too loudly because I don't want to disturb everyone. And it is past 1 o'clock in the afternoon when I'm recording this, but students tend to like having a lie-in. Okay, as we can see, my opponent also has a Mienfu. I originally didn't have Mienfu on this team, but then I saw someone who did. I went up against someone with a Mienfu, and it was a very annoying Mienfu, almost the exact same moveset as my Mienfu, so I decided that I would copy it. Okay, I'm going to go for a Poison Jab and hopefully get poison damage, and I didn't, but I'm going to go for another one and get the knockout. Boosting extreme speed there wasn't enough to get rid of Mienfu. Okay, so we got pure psychic type, so I'll go for a U-turn. And I'm going to switch into... I think I'll switch into Showdown. My opponent wasn't happy with that U-turn and has quit. Ah, dear me. Something I found quite regularly whilst playing matches in Little Cup is that a lot of people use Eviolite on pretty much their whole team, which I mean I can understand because obviously with these all being unevolved Pokemon, Eviolite have a massive effect and boost their defences, but I find it a little bit annoying because it shows sort of like a lack of creativity. It's not cheating because Smogon rules don't ban being able to use multiples of the same item, but it is still a little bit annoying. And here I'm going to start with Scraggy. Dwebble here will probably be using Stealth Rocks, there we go, which will give me a chance to settle a bit with Bulk Up. If I can get high enough attack and defense with Scraggy, hopefully all these entry hazards my opponent's setting up won't matter, or at least won't matter too much, because I should hopefully not need to switch out. I'm going to go for a fourth. Okay, my opponent's gone for Shell Smash, which lowers his defences, and now here I'm going to go for a Knockoff. I think he assumed I would keep using Bulk Up, but since... See, there was an example, there's Eviolite on there. Since he was going to keep Shell Smashing, he decided to take the opportunity to actually attack. And Drain Punch there, getting rid of that Dwebble. Okay, so the opponent sends out a pure normal type Glameow. I think it could have Fake Out here, so I'm going to go for a Drain Punch anyway. Oh, Aerial Ace, even though it's super effective, didn't do that much damage because of my increased defense. Now this set that I'm using for the Scraggy is actually the set I got from the National Dex YouTube channel for the Scrafty, when they did a video on that, which is a very good set if you get a chance to bulk up a bit to begin with. Then at that stage you can just start destroying almost everything. That Bergmite could quite easily have Sturdy. Well, I'll go for a Drain Punch anyway, and yes, it's Sturdy. I survived it. Avalanche, still not doing too much damage. Go for another Drain Punch. As I see at this stage, my opponent, despite having the last 3 Pokemon just trashed by Scraggy, isn't forfeiting yet. I don't think it'll be long until it possibly does. Cherubi could be a bit of an issue, so I can't remember Cherubi's typing. I think it might be Bug Poison. And the Knockoff there. I'm not doing the oh, that's what's annoying. Put here, I'll go for the Anorith. Takes a lot of damage from entry hazards, but the increased priority Aqua Jet, dealing with that Abra. Okay, Cherubi's pure grass. So here I'm going to go for an aerial ace. Super effective, 66%. My opponent goes for a leech seed. And since I appear to be faster, this should wrap up the game. There we go. Okay, so I'm probably going to do one more battlefield here, depending on how good it is, and that will then be the end of this video. This team, I'm probably going to start with Mienfoo. I don't particularly like my odds of, if I choose to start with Spelly. Okay, so Aidan's probably going to fake out, same as me. It's going to be a case of who's quicker. And it was apparently the Aidan. So I'll go for the Drain Punch, a critical hit. Did not expect that critical hit. Probably wouldn't have taken him out in one hit if it wasn't for the critical. And Fairy type, as you can see, speed possibly going to be about the same as mine, but I just hope that I'm a bit faster. I'll go for the Poison Jab. Okay, here I'm probably going to switch into Shadow and get off a Shell Smash. The white herb obviously very useful for this because it will restore my defences. Not that that mattered much because I got trashed by a Thunderbolt. Okay, so here I'm probably going to go Munchlax and hope my bulk will be enough to help here. Go for a Curse. My special attack got dropped by the Moonblast, but it doesn't bother me since, of course, I am a physical attacker. And go for a Return with boosted attack. Got the Knockout. And here I am at probably a slight disadvantage because we've each lost 2 Pokemon, but then Munchlax has taken already over 50% damage. So here I'm probably going to go for a Rock Slide and hope to get the flinch. That didn't happen. That is one thing I definitely don't like, is Pokemon with the ability Contrary that come on Superpower, because then you're just boosting your stats instead of having them reduced. And it is very annoying. Superpower being Fighting type is pretty much strong against, pretty much super effective against all my Pokemon currently. Do with hoping that the choice specs here will be enough to help me. Go for a U-turn, which is of course super effective. And switch into Spaggy. Of course, if my opponent sends out the Fletchling, which would be sensible to do since Flying type will be super effective, it'll be pretty much battle over. Fletchling's a lot stronger and will probably have Gale Wing's ability. I'm just going to go straight for the knockoff. Okay, my opponent didn't use a Flying type move, that was not what I was expecting. Now here, it won't be very effective, but I'll get knocked out anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I'll be at this stage. Earthquake won't do anything, Power Up Punch won't be very effective. Actually, it'll do neutral damage. Return would probably be a better option. The Power Up Punch will be super effective against Repellent's Bunnelby and Helioptile. Not that it matters, because it's taken out by Acrobatics anyway. So that's it for that battle and for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Got to show off particularly the Scraggy in one of those battles, which was quite nice. As I said earlier, hopefully now I'll be able to get into a better routine of uploading videos and things now that I'm settled back in at uni. So hopefully we'll have a video out later on this week, probably sometime around about Sunday. So thank you for watching. Please comment if you feel like it, subscribe, share, all of that. Everyone always asks you to do with YouTube videos, and I will see you later.